It's January 3rd, 2021. As you can see, it's pretty sunny here in Seattle. Let's start the update over here. We can see the pine tree looks about the same. Here's the lavender, also looks about the same. Here's the rosemary, lots of new growth. And you can see it's also actively flowering. Here's some flowers. And right here you can see more flowers. And here are some flower buds. Over here we have the small hydrangea. You can see the leaves are still here. Some succulents. And the crimson clover doesn't look like it's doing too well. The transplant is probably unsuccessful. Over here is the saffron. You can see a bunch of leaf growth. Here's more saffron, more leaf growth. And then over here is the green onion. Looks like it's sending out more leaves. And then over here is more rosemary. And I believe this rosemary is also flowering. You can see right here some new flowers forming. Just this part of the plant though, I think. Here's the bulb plants. Right here, this is the Persian pearl tulip. You can see it's sprouting quite nicely. Here's the tulip pot. No sprout in this one yet. This is the snowdrop. Here's a few sprouts. Just this variety over here though. Here's the crocus. You can see a lot of sprouts forming. Over here is the more crocus. Here you can see more sprouts. Here's the summer snowflake. Here's a few more summer snowflake sprouts. No sprouts from this one. Not this one either. This is the grape hyacinth. I think it should be sprouting by now, but it's a little late, which makes me a little concerned. This is another summer snowflake. Not seeing any sprout yet. And this one is the hyacinth. You can see a lot of sprouts are forming. And inside the sprout you can see the flowers too. And back here's the daffodils. Here's the mulberry. And here we have the lily of the valley and blueberry. Over here's the raspberry. Grape hyacinth. Seems like it's still growing. Here's the hydrangea. You can see the leaves are still here. And some of the sprouts are still green actually. The mints are still very messy. And inside the mint pot you can see the artichokes. They're still growing actually. And the potato, you can see it's dead now. This is the grape pot. Here's the rhubarb. You can see the rhubarb is actually still sending out some new leaves. Here's the more hydrangea, all going dormant. For the indoor garden, here we have some of the succulents. This is a new leaf from the snake plant. Over here's the orchids. They look pretty much the same. Lady slipper orchid is doing quite well with all the new growth. Over here's the mini oncidium. Looks about the same. Here's some orchids. Here's the succulent pot. You can see the succulent is dropping a lot of leaves. This guy over here is still sending out some tiny new leaves. This guy is doing okay, I think. And this one is actually growing quite well. The broken stems from the elephant food plants that I planted looks like they're doing quite well. And here's the original plant. You can see it's dropped a lot of leaves and it's looking pretty sad. Hopefully it'll stop dropping leaves. But here's some new leaves forming, so that's a good sign. And these are the only leaves left from frizzle sizzle. Pineapple is doing quite well still. You can see new leaves forming right here. And here's more succulents. All look quite healthy. Here's the spider plants. Some leaves yellowing. Here's the Hoya plants. A lot of new growth. Here's some new leaves. And this vine is getting super long, but you can see here's some new leaf forming. This is the staghorn fern. The shield frond is still getting bigger. And on this side is the older shield frond. You can see it has gotten a lot bigger and it's getting browner from the center.